What's up, folks? This is Michael. How's everybody doing? The wee hours of the night on the graveyard shift with your daily trivia question. Yet, once again, I almost said happy Monday, but it's Monday came and went with the holiday weekend, and it is definitely over. So let's have a terrific Tuesday and get back to the grind. Okay, so the answer to the previous trivia question was none other than The Price is Right, the famous game show. Come on down, as they like to say. This is the famous catchphrase to get things started after contestants are selected from the studio audience to compete by guessing the prices of merchandise to win cash and prizes. And of course, that's the whole concept and model of the famous game show, The Price is Right. The American game show was created by Bob Stewart, Mark Goodson, and Bill Todman, and it had its premiere on CBS TV on September 4th, 1972. And that, of course, was the focus of the trivia question. Bob Barker, we all know good old Bob Barker. He was the series' longest-running host from its 1972 debut until his retirement in June of 2007. That is 35 years, folks, in the same job of a game show host. Pretty cool. And everybody loved Bob Barker. People practically grew up with the guy on The Price is Right. It is still on TV to this day, airing during the morning 11 a.m. weekday time slot. It basically owns that time frame. The Price is Right has aired over 9,000 episodes since its debut, and it's the longest running game show in U.S. history, one of the longest running network series in U.S. television history. It's got quite a lengthy record, folks. At the beginning of the show, four contestants, in case you've been under a rock and you've never seen The Price is Right, at the very beginning of the show, 4 contestants are called from the audience by the announcer to take a spot in the front row to bid on various items. I think they call it like Bidder's Row, Bidder's Podium, I don't know what. Winners of the bidding round then proceed to the floor with various segmented games are played in formats that are a little more challenging, but they have bigger prizes. And this is where the catchphrase, a new car, came into play, right? It's one of the games that randomly pops up. You can play for a brand new car. Each vacant spot at the bidding podium is then replaced by a new member of the audience as the games eventually narrows down the 2 biggest winners for the final showcase showdown. This is where big money comes into play. You have like vacations, new car, cash prizes, big money in the famous showcase showdown. In the in-between, you have to spin the famous wheel, right, to the big wheel to hopefully get $1, and you win extra money for all that stuff and so forth. So the daytime version of The Price is Right has only ever had 2 hosts. Bob Barker, like I mentioned before, and, of course, the one and only Drew Carey, who took over the reins in 2007. The announcers and the models for the show over the 30-something-odd years that it's been on have become just as famous as the hosts in some cases, and some of them have had pretty long tenures on the show as well. Additionally, the games and the challenges themselves have taken on a pretty interesting life of their own since 1972. Including 3 strikes, which I hate to see people play when that randomly comes up because nobody ever wins 3 strikes, it seems. Higher or lower, which is also called the money game. I call it higher or lower. That's where you throw out a price, and Bob Barker gives you a range of sorts of so forth. Then you have to go, and he'll keep you going by going higher or lower, higher or lower. It's an interesting game. I got pretty good at that over the years. Plinko, who could forget Plinko, and the golf putt game. Mix and match, cliffhanger, where the guy goes up the cliff and hopefully doesn't fall off the ledge at the end. I think I played that as bumper music in the last when I introduced the trivia question. And who could forget the big wheel? Spin the big wheel. And you got to make sure it goes around completely the first time, or else you get booed from the studio audience. That is also a tradition. A couple of geek factoids about The Price is Right. Although new pricing games are added periodically, the format of the show has remained virtually unchanged since 1972. And to me, that's pretty impressive. It's a great model of a game show, and it hasn't changed. It's the same show, same concept, just as popular. Companies donate prizes in exchange for advertising, which equates to all of those products you see that are often part of the challenges. Okay, so it's win-win in that regard, and that was also part of the model that the whole show was built around. Really great concept. Genius marketing when you think about it. During his time as host, Barker missed only 1 taping of the show in 35 years. Not too shabby. Very impressive. After the death of his wife, who was named Dorothy Jo, Bob Barker became an animal rights activist and began signing off each episode with the famous quote, "Help control the pet population, have your pet spayed or neutered." You have probably heard him utter those words if you've ever watched an episode in its entirety to the end of The Price is Right. After Barker's retirement, Drew Carey continued the tradition of advocating animal rights by helping control the pet population. He carried on that tradition and still does it to this day with the same sign-off. So check out The Price is Right and come on down. That's what I'm talking about. All right, folks, let's get back to the grind of the work week with the brand new trivia question for September 6th. Check this out. On this day in 1997, an estimated 2.5 billion with a B people around the globe stopped what they were doing to watch the television broadcast funeral of this famous person, whose death many say could be solely attributed to the aggressive pursuit of the paparazzi. Have a good Tuesday, folks. Have a terrific Tuesday. And as always, thanks for all you do. You guys are awesome. And peace out.